Hello everybody, let's see if this is going to work today. I'm not sure that I actually got the vertical stream set up, but we'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure why the vertical stream doesn't seem to want to work. Do we have sound? And we'll see what happens here. And we'll see what happens here. All right. Well, we got full screen, which is nice. See if we can monitor chat. All right. Did you get him, Chooch? Sorry, there's a bee in the shop today, so we're going to listen to my wonderful black lab chase the bee around. Hey, Miranda, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. We're just going to try to do some live today. I just got computer up and running in the shop, so we're going to see if we can actually run cameras back and forth now that I have more than one camera, and just spend some time in the chat talking, spend some time working. I got some new resin that I need to make some pocket slabs out of that I just took out of the molds a couple of days ago, so we're going to work on that. Let's switch cameras and then you'll be able to see me. How about them apples? All right. Pull chat back up here. All right, well, thanks for stopping in. We're going to work on a little bit of resin. As I said once before, nice, the light does show. You can see the translucency of it. You can't see the gold in it. I'll try to get you an more up close view of that here in a little bit. But we're going to get some pocket slabs glued up for that. And work on some other projects that we got in here. We got some beads to turn. Miranda, I use Alumilite Clear Slow is my predominant one. And then the other one that I use is a new one that I just got, and I'm trying it out. It's called Kiss Roll. I can show you the bottle a little bit. I reached out to them. They had a lot of good reviews. I reached out to them to see what they had to say personally. They had a lot of good stuff to say. They responded really quickly to my questions about set times and work times and stuff like that. So I was happy to get some quick response from them. And so far, so good. We'll see how it keeps going, whether we'll be able to use them as well or not. But it's a trial in progress, and hopefully it works itself out. Where I poured resin the beginning of the week and got it nicely in the pot. Everything was good to go. And about 45 minutes into it, the dog decided that he was going to get the zoomies and knock the pressure pot over. So we had a little issue with that. But he's just a pup. What can I say, right? Oh, you do? You do a little bit with resin as well? What do you do with the resin? Just going to switch cameras here quick so I can get you over at pointed towards the bandsaw. Sorry, you'll have to look at my back for a few minutes. But we're going to get this cut so we can start to get it laid out. Nice scale. Sweet. That's awesome. I actually have, I can show you quick, I have some nice scales cut that I'm in the process of setting up to glue up. And let me just move the camera, see if I can get a little closer with it. A little better picture quality. So this is steamed oak. And it turns out really nice. It has some nice coloration in it. They steam it in formaldehyde. And so it gives it a really deep, like chocolatey brown color and makes the grain really stand out. You can see the stripes in it. And then the other one that I'm going to glue up to it is some new micarta that I just got sliced up. It's orange and blue in the middle with some black, and then denim on the outside and the denim stripe in the center of it. Let's see if I can hold it up here where you can see it. It's going to get some acrylic between the wood and the micarta portion, but that's what it'll come out as once it gets put together. Obviously lined up. I can't hold it in the camera and get it lined up because, you know, just the way it is. But it should turn out pretty nice. I got to get it finished getting it cut and flattened out so I can get it put together. Hopefully you can't hear my neighbor mowing the lawn in the background. I'm sorry about that, but they decided in the meantime that they were going to mow their lawn, which is pretty typical. Can you hear me okay? Because I just got new mics set up and stuff too. Oh, perfect. Glad you can hear me just fine. I was hoping that the noise canceling on the new microphone would help out a lot with that, but you never know how it's going to go. So now down to pick liners and some wood to go along with this bad boy. Probably a glow resin core. Which color? Where is the white? There's too much in that too. So I think for this slab we're going to do some white acrylic liner with it. And I haven't decided whether I want to do a piece of olive wood or whether I want to do a piece of mahogany. Maybe I'll just totally change directions and go with a piece of that steamed oak because I really like how that stuff turned out. Actually, we'll just go with a really nice piece of tight grained and high figure teak. It'll come out really nice that way. Yeah, the new oak looks really nice. So my nephew actually makes cabinetry and works for a big company, and he actually was the one that turned me on to the steamed oak. He said how nice it looks. He thought it would work pretty well to go along with what I do. So shout out to my nephew for that one. good day. It's actually gorgeous here today. I think we're going to actually maybe hit the 80-degree mark. And then the best part of it is that we are going to be the whole way down to 40 come Sunday, which should be fantastic, but hopefully it's warmer where you are. Okay, so we'll go with that. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're off work. I pray that your entire weekend is gorgeous and you can enjoy some outside time if that's what you like to do. I'm actually off today and tomorrow, which is amazing. Doesn't happen very often, so I'm super excited about that. Although I've got 1,000,001 things to do in the shop to get done, but I'll be able to have doors open. My wife will be home, so it'll be nice to be able to hang out and get some work done. I'm still in the middle of moving shops. We decided to completely move shop, so I'm still trying to unpack and get everything where it's supposed to be, and it's been a bit of a chore, but it's been nice to be in a bigger shop, have more room to roam around and get a few things done, more options in the making process. So I've been doing resin almost 2 years now, just for myself. The shop I've actually had open, I've made stuff for a lot of friends, but to be open just to the shop to be able to sell, I've been doing it for about 8 months or so. It's been a learning curve, but it's been enjoyable. It's a hobby that I love to do, so doing that, just creating a job out of it, has been really nice. We've started to pick up sales a little bit, which has been awesome. Hopefully that continues to grow. The community's been absolutely phenomenal and been really helping push the content, really been helping push the business. So that's been pretty great. I also make all of my own micarta, and I've been doing that now almost a year. So that's been a fun new endeavor. Switch cameras and get you over here closer to the saw so you can see what we're doing. There we go. That's awesome. I have not ordered any carbon fiber yet. That's been something I've been looking at, debating which ones I want to try to get. I ordered some heavier brass that should actually be here today. I ordered some, what size did I order? 1/4 inch thick, as well as some 1/2 inch thick stuff. So hopefully we'll play around with that, make some knucks that have some heavier brass in it, which will be cool. Get some acrylic cut, and then we'll get some wood cut. you around here and see if I can show you up close what it'll kind of look like. Okay, see if you can see that. So that's our resin, and then there's two thin brass liners, the thin piece of white acrylic, and then a nice piece of that high figure teak on the outside of it. See if you can see. Yeah, you can see the gold leaf in that one now. Yeah, I've done some work with brass in the past, but nothing overly thick. So I'm kind of excited to try some thicker stuff. I have a client that wants one of our arrowheads made, and it will be, instead of the wood, it's going to be micarta and then a thicker chunk of the brass on it. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. There's that piece, so we can get it glued up here shortly. Yeah, I think it's going to turn out really nice. It looks nice. That resin, when it has just a little bit, the teal that's in that resin actually has diamond dust in it. So it has like a glittery effect that you can't really see without being in the direct sunlight. But between that and then the gold flake giving it a little bit of glisten, it should turn out really nice, I think. All right. These pieces sanded up so that I'm ready to glue them when I'm ready. I have seen the new paste. I have not used any of them yet. I know the people that use that do resin all the time, like big order stuff for pen blanks and stuff like that. A bunch of them have gone to using it, and they really talk highly of it. Um, I'll probably get some ordered, but I have so many mica powders at this point and alcohol colors that I probably should use some of that up before I start actually ordering more stuff. Would probably benefit me a little more to get some of it used up. What mica powder company do you use for your mica powders? Oh yeah, I have a ton of trial packs. Honestly, that's usually the way I start with companies. Is I usually get their trial packs, give them a shot, um, and then go from there. Whether I decide I want to use them or not, I use a whole bunch of different ones, and there is like I do order some eye candy stuff. They make a purple that I just can't get from anywhere else, um, and uh, then a lot of the other stuff that I get, I just order off of Amazon. Honestly. So many of these bigger companies are having trouble getting in stuff because of the um, tariffs and stuff that it's just super difficult for them to keep stuff and actually get it to me in a timely fashion. So I usually just find it on Amazon, and then I can usually just get it out that way. I unfortunately live in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have an actual store around here that I can go to just pick stuff up. The closest store is just over 2 hours away that would have any of it, and they only carry a little bit of stuff. yeah, Amazon's awesome. I'm glad I can order stuff still and get it in a couple of days' time rather than to have to wait for a long period. Some of it I still end up having to wait for, but most of the time I can get it in a couple of days. Alright, that's ready to go. I have some beads here in a little bit that I'll probably try to turn on camera some. Come on, baby, focus. I don't think it's going to. But they're Fordite beads. I do a lot with Fordite. I don't know if you're familiar with Fordite or not, but it's layered. It's automotive paint that in their spray booths at the big factories like Ford and Kenworth, stuff like that, where they are spraying cars all the time. It collects on the floors and on the pieces of equipment. They chip it off, and then I pay exorbitant prices to get pieces of it in. Here's a piece of resin that I poured with it in the other day. It's just raw, but you can see the huge chunks in there. And then that's clear with glow in the dark and silver flake that is in it. And we'll cut that down into strips and make beads out of it. It has to have another resin pour done on top of it because that was part of the puppy dog accident the other day. If I can move this over here, see if I can. Yeah, I really like messing with the Fordite stuff. I have some really nice big chunks that are I'm going to be actually making into pocket slabs, which will be fun. That's actually a really good idea to see. I don't know if they, I guess they do some automotive stuff there that they would be painting. I should check them out and see if they have the ability to make any of that stuff or actually get any of that stuff from them. That would be pretty cool. Sorry, I'm just messing with my stream a little bit here to see if I can actually get the other vertical live to come up. I'm not sure that I'm going to, but we'll try. All right. So we got it to come up. Now we just need to get it. Hey, Miranda, thanks for stopping in. I greatly appreciate you. You have a wonderful weekend. There we go. Now we can actually see both. Hey, we can have both up and running now. Hot dog. How about that? See if I can actually keep up with chat. All right. Next. Tiffany, hi, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. How's the audio? Can you tell me if the audio is okay? Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. We're just spending a little bit of time in the shop, and we're putting together a new pocket slab. This is what it's going to look like together. It's going to have wood with 2 brass liners, an acrylic center, and then our custom poured resin on the outside. You can find us on Instagram at Crosley's Workshop, and you can also find us on Etsy at Crosley's Workshop as well. We do a little bit of everything. We make pocket slabs. We make, which are just like worry stones that you carry around in your pocket. We also make Fordite and other beads out of resin, wood, acrylic. Gamer, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. We just got a new computer up and running in the shop, so I'm just trying to do a little live stream, test out the settings, make sure everything's good. If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me so I know that my lapel mic is actually working. I think it's working, but we'll see. I think it works. Sorry for the echo. We do a lot of work with resin. We do a lot of work with wood. We make our own micarta here in the shop, which is pressed and glued together sheets of fabric. We also make we do a little bit of furniture, not much, but a little tiny bit, just on custom order stuff. Some really cool stuff that we just got in, I'll show you. To make our worry stones out of is we just got some really cool chunks of skateboard, old broken skateboards. We'll be making worry stones out of. They're in all kinds of colors. So that'll be really cool. Rona, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate that. We're just testing out the new computer in the shop and trying to live stream, see how it goes. We're attempting to do both a vertical and a regular horizontal stream. Never give up. That's a great slogan. There's some days I should put that as a sign above the door in the shop. Running your own small business gets daunting some days, especially since the best places to actually advertise and stuff is doing social media, and that takes up 3/4 of your time that you should be working in the shop. I'm from the East Coast. We're in the Pennsylvania area. What country? United States. Where are you from? Being on YouTube, it's amazing to see how far the video actually goes to. Brian, thanks for your kind words. New York City is a very awesome place. We go usually about once a year, but not too often. Whole way from India. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not good with time zones. What time of day is it there? Brian, God bless you as well. $12 a.m. That's about what I figured. Just about time to wrap up for bed, huh? If you don't mind while you're here, if you like hanging out, chatting, seeing what we're going to do in the shop, leave us a like. Subscribe if you really feel like it. That would be awesome. We're trying to get to 500. We're just over 70 now, so we're trying to get to 500. But I'm happy with what we got, and we'll keep plugging forward. I really enjoy getting on and doing the streams, letting everybody see what we do here in the shop, spending time together. All right, let's see what else we can get into. I'm going to point you over here towards the wall just because I'm trying to get the new shop set up. And I'll let you watch as I get some of the equipment set up and hung up on the wall. There we go, buddy. Yeah, it absolutely does. It takes quite a while to grow YouTube. We've not been doing too bad though. Which is good. Thank you. You have a great night too. Get some rest. Thanks for stopping in. We'll be back a couple of times a week, so check us out. I appreciate your time. You get some much needed and well deserved rest, and have a great rest of your weekend. Sorry, buddy. You're all right. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to walk out and grab some wood and take the dog to the bathroom quick, and I'll be right back in. I'll still be able to chat with you, but probably won't see us for a minute or two. Everybody. Back inside. Come on. Back inside. Alright, we're back. Sometimes we just have to take a walk, don't we, buddy? Switch cameras quick. There we go. get some shells cut for in the pressure pot. Perfect. Level. Perfect. That's awesome. All right. Now we'll measure and cut some of the next shelf. Three-eighths. Rachel, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you stopped for a minute. We're just working on some projects. I'm still trying to get the new shop up and running and get things set up in the shop and put where I want them to go. We poured some resin the beginning of the week and had a little bit of a hiccup with the puppy dog. So he accidentally knocked the pressure pot over with a whole batch of resin inside of it when we got the zoomies. Sometimes we just can't help it. Hopefully you're having a great day. It's been a good day here so far. We're actually getting some things done, so that's a plus. You're okay, buddy. Clayton, what's going on, buddy? We're just hanging out in the shop, getting some last minute stuff taken care of. We're putting the pressure pot on the wall. Oh, let me change cameras. We're getting the pressure pot hung on the wall, getting shelves put in it. That way we don't have the puppy dog disaster that we had at the beginning of the week. And I just cut out a pocket slab that I'll get glued up here in a little bit. Appears to be a good thing that we're doing the mounting it on the wall, because of course the flies and everything else has been around, and he currently feels the necessity to jump around and try to chase those. Be nice to actually get stuff up off the floor. I can actually make shelves that are flat then. That'll be out of the way. That's one project off the list. Work on getting this guy glued up next so we can be done with that. See if I can point you down towards the desk. Go. Got that resin that we put in the pot that we're gonna glue up for a pocket slab. There's that teal with translucent black and the gold flake. Turned out pretty nice. We're gonna do some brass liners. I'm not sure that that's gonna show up right away. Some brass liners with a white acrylic and a really nice piece of high figure teak on the other side of it. Grab some gloves quick. At least it's finally warmer, so the epoxy will actually flow out of the bottles. Yeah, all right. Get a clamp on this guy. That's what I figured. You're going to want to run out of there. Put on the other workbench. that propped up. All right, let's get you back. We at least move the other camera. There we go. There we go. We're probably going to be on for probably another, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. That'll get us close to our 2 hours today to be in. Like I told some of the others earlier, I have a computer set up in the shop now, so I can officially run OBS and try to do vertical and horizontal streams at the same time now. So that's what we're going to try to stick with. We'll try to do twice a week, be able to do both vertical and horizontal. We had a little hiccup with the horizontal, or vertical, sorry, this morning when we first started, but I think we got that fixed up. We got a mic, so now you can hear us when we're wandering around the shop and doing stuff. I got a couple of custom orders that have come in the last couple of days, so I've got some projects that we're going to be working on. One of them is that acrylic that we just glued up. So we'll be putting out some Instagram posts about that, showing some updated pictures and stuff, so you'll be able to see that and keep up with the project. I actually had a custom corn cob that just came in, so we're going to be working on that as well. Something a little different. I'm going to turn some beads here in just a minute, so I'll try to see if I can get the camera set up where you guys can watch the lathe and actually see some beads being turned. But now that we're actually up and running, as long as we got everything set up like it should be, we're going to definitely be doing 2 lives a week. I'm going to try to keep putting out at least one a day of the shorts, since that's where it seems to be the most growth at this point. We're going to try to get on and talk a little bit of EDC, maybe just do some sit-down time and talk about what you're carrying, what you're looking at carrying, what you think you're going to get in the future, and just try to have a place to come and hang out, chat, have a good time. I've really enjoyed doing the YouTube so far, so we're going to try to keep it up as much as we can. Hopefully I can get Trevor in here to do at least one live a week with me. I don't know, we'll see. He's not as keen on it as I am, but we'll see if he'll get in here with me. We got some new Fordite that is on the way. I know everybody that talks to me is probably tired of hearing about Fordite, but we got some new Fordite that's on the way that's going to be going on pocket slabs. So we're going to get those up and running. Oh, I can show you one new thing that I have in my pocket today. My oldest son is Trevor. He's the one that helps me in the shop. He just got himself a really nice 3D printer. And he printed me my first item to use in the shop. It's a new knife for my carry. I laughed and called it my Civivi because it's just a razor blade, but I had a Civivi razor blade, so I put a Civivi razor blade on it. So I told him it was just my custom Civivi. And then he printed me a bead to go on it, and I'm sure it's not going to show up, unfortunately. But it is a Kraken. And if I can find my flashlight, which I'm not sure where it's at, it's probably too bright here anyhow. Yeah, I think it's too bright in here. But the bead actually fully glows in the dark, which is super cool. So that was my new addition to my pocket today. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see, anything that you want to talk about, just let me know, and we can go over that stuff in future lives or today, whichever one works. And now that we're actually set up in the new shop, probably this weekend I'll be able to finish getting things put where it's supposed to go. We will be full steam ahead with social medias and YouTube and everything else, and see how far we can push the growth. And everybody else has been helping us grow, so we're hoping that we can start to push and help others grow now too as well, and get some fine content out to you fine people. We appreciate the love and the support that we've been getting. All right, let's get you moved over and see if we can actually get the video on the lathe and see if we can get some live video of turning some beads. I already got them drilled out, so we just need to get them round and get them shaped, polished. All right, let's see if we can get the camera actually on the lathe. That's close. Let's see if we can get it closer. All right. Let's make some chips fly. Helps to plug it in. Get the apron on so I can maybe attempt to stay a little bit cleaner, I suppose. There we go. Get that closer or not. There we go. So much for that guy. Turning Fordite is a very tedious process because sometimes the paint doesn't adhere to the resin the way it's supposed to, and then you end up getting big blowouts like that. And that brings your day to a solid halt. But we'll finish this one. Perfect. So there, I'll just spin that one slow. You can see a little bit of the Fordite coming out in that one. Get it up there a little closer, maybe you can see. It's really pretty stuff. Too close. Change bits quick. Go to a sharper bit. All right, let's see if we can cut better now. As you can see though, the Fordite is super tedious. You gotta go super slow. Yep. Let's see how bad that one blew out. A lot. All right. So you can see how quick it is to just, there'd be a little imperfection in the resin or just a little imperfection in the Fordite. You're right back to square one. All right, one chuck this quick. Put the chuck jaws back in it because we'll have to cut and drill some more. Give me just a second and I'll cut a couple of more. And we'll get back to it. Switch cameras for you. You can at least see me at the little little bit at the bandsaw when I go back and forth. Just like that. That's how you know you're going to have a problem when you can see the whole way through it. Well, that's a huge bummer. Get you back over on the lathe. Sorry, I know that's loud. you can see, the resin doesn't always adhere. Unfortunately, I didn't pour these blanks. So these are kind of at the mercy of whoever made them. And it's not always their fault. Fordite's super hard stuff to work with. And if you happen to miss a little dirt pocket or something when you're getting it in the resin pot, it's unfortunately not going to stick. I'm going to change to a sharper blade. Going on this one. Looks all right. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. I need to go pick up the children from the bus and get them home. I'm sure they're all going to want snacks. The puppy dog wants to go for a walk again. And I appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, we'll be back. We're going to do 2 a week. Now that we got the computer and everything set up in the shop, we're going to be doing vertical and horizontal at the same time, as much as possible. And try to get 2 live streams in a week, a couple hours hopefully each day. And we'll see how it goes. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a glorious day, an even more wonderful weekend. And we will see you in the next one.